Jassy Correa was born in February 1996 in Praia, Cape Verde. She had moved to the U.S. at the age of 3 with her father and grew up in Boston, grateful
they got
to
a whole
her
little
family
community
for
in
the
Boston.
opportunities they had
Cape Verde
afforded
people.
her and excited about her life. This was documented in her notebook, where she made plans for her future. The notebook had the words, "Life is my favorite adventure" on the front.
That's crazy.
Inside it, she tracked her budget and to-do lists, writing things like apply for jobs in person, go see family, take the test at least once, fail or pass, and find a new job.
Sound like she got her priorities
Motivational
together.
things in the margins of this notebook, such as "You've got this," "You can do it," and #thrive. Jassy had experienced poverty as a child and had a social worker helping her to find her feet. But this notebook was proof of her optimism. She had a job as a hostess in a Boston restaurant, and she was looking for more work closer to home in Dorchester to support herself and her 2-year-old daughter, Gabby. Gabby had been born out of tumultuous circumstances. Her father, Jassy's ex, was Miguel A. Castro. It is unclear how Jassy and Miguel met, but things would soon turn sour. In January 2018, when their daughter was only a year old, Jassy texted Miguel's mother, "You need to help me. Miguel won't let me leave. Don't call him, he'll kill me." She also sent his mother a photo of herself. Miguel had broken her nose and fractured her orbital bone. Miguel's mother called 911. The police found Jassy hiding beneath the stairs in Miguel's home, barely able to speak. Apparently, Miguel had become jealous that she was texting another man and had flown into a rage, refusing to let her leave his residence. Police charged him, but Jassy refused to cooperate in the court case that followed. She could hardly be blamed for the—
Oh my God, why, bro? Like I don't get it, bro. Like, why do y'all women do this? I don't understand it. Like y'all, the man, he beat you, put his hands on you. Then when it's time for you to get convicted or go to jail, y'all don't want to cooperate now. Y'all want to, I don't understand it, bro. Like, what the hell is we doing here? Like what, bro? Like, what are we doing, man?
this. She had had an extremely traumatic experience with the father of her child, and perhaps she just wanted to forget. Miguel was found guilty of kidnapping, assault and battery, intimidation of a witness, and attempt to commit a crime. He was sentenced to 4.5 to 5 years in state prison alongside 3 years of probation, and he was ordered to not have any contact with Jassy. Did Jassy breathe a sigh of relief that she was finally safe from her dangerous ex? She was certainly trying to get her life back together. She was working on putting her daughter into daycare, looking for more long-term and stable place to live. And she had a job interview scheduled for February 25th, 2019. But Jassy would never make this interview. Jassy's 23rd birthday was February 26, 2019. This was a Tuesday, so she decided to celebrate with her friends the weekend before, on Saturday the 23rd. She'd made plans with her friend Asia to go to a club that evening, while Gabby was being looked after by her paternal grandmother, Miguel's mother, who'd saved Jassy's life the year before. Jassy trusted Miguel's mother implicitly and knew she'd stop anything bad from happening to Gabby. But she didn't realize that it was her own safety she should have been worrying about. On Saturday morning, Jassy went to her friend Nia's apartment in Dorchester. Together, they went out shopping, where Jassy bought the outfit she'd wear to the club that evening. Black high heels, an orange jumpsuit, and a denim jacket with wings on the back. They got ready together at Nia's apartment. Jassy kept her purse and her phone with her, but she left all her other belongings behind at Nia's place, including the keys to her own apartment. She planned to stay at Nia's after the night out, so she'd be able to grab her stuff before collecting her daughter the next day. Asia and her friend Reggie picked up Jassy and Nia from Nia's apartment close to midnight. They'd set off late, and there'd been some confusion about where they were meeting Jassy, so the party atmosphere was already in full swing when they arrived at the club they'd chosen, Venue in downtown Boston, at 12:40 a.m. The four friends ended up on a corner of the crowded bar. They bought a bottle of champagne and shared it before drinking a few shots of tequila each. Then they took to the dance floor. This was Nia's last memory of Jassy.
Damn.
When the friends returned to the bar, Nia started an argument with Jassy. It's unclear what this argument was about. It continued until the club's 2 a.m. closing time, at which point the group left to walk through an alley on their way back to the parking garage. On this walk, Jassy took her heels off and gave them to Asia to carry. CCTV captured Jassy and Nia continuing to fight, with Nia pushing Jassy multiple times. According to Asia and Reggie, Jassy tried to de-escalate the situation, trying to convince Nia to calm down and get into the car with them so they could go back to Nia's apartment.
Well, she didn't want to leave or
but
something?
Nia was drunk and still acting aggressive, refusing to get into the car. Asia wanted Jassy to come with them and leave Nia behind. But Jassy wasn't upset by her friend's behavior, just concerned. She wanted Nia to be safe. So Asia and Reggie drove off, leaving Jassy and Nia to call an Uber. They'd accidentally taken Jassy's shoes with them.
See, that like, I get it, but like that's step one, bro. You know what I mean? Like women, bro, don't leave your friends. Like I know it's two of them, but y'all should like at least wait till they got the Uber. I know there's a little situation going on. I know how y'all be it'd be crazy, but don't leave your friends. You feel me? Wait till they get their Uber, then then y'all take off. You feel me? Like don't ever do that, bro.
So Jassy was left barefoot, and Nia walked off by herself. This was the last time any of them saw Jassy alive. She did not make it back to Nia's apartment that night. Nia, waking up in an empty apartment, was concerned to realize that Jassy hadn't come back. She tried calling Jassy, but there was no answer. Jassy's friends all kept trying to contact her over the next few days, but she'd never returned their calls.
Wait, did I miss something?
She's always with me. So for her to be missing for those couple of days and I don't hear anything, I knew something was wrong.
By the afternoon of February 26th, Jassy's 23rd birthday, Nia and Jassy's father had to report her missing.
Nothing, because I wanted to say, is somebody know or somebody have my daughter? Call me or call the police department, Boston, or anybody.
The police began searching the area around the club where she had been seen.
And all that,
the location was well covered by CCTV, and they were soon able to track her last movements.
There you go,
They found footage of Jassy where Nia had left her, alone on the sidewalk and only a
why did you leave your friend, bro? Like this is pissing me off. Like, why did you leave your friend there? I know she probably wasn't drunk, but like, come on, bro. Y'all don't leave your friend, bro, regardless of what's going on, bro.
Denim jacket with no shoes. She spotted an Uber idling by the side of the street and walked towards it, asking the driver if he could use her app to hire him. But he wanted to be hired as an Uber XL to earn more money. When she got into the car, he pushed her out again and she fell onto the sidewalk.
Damn.
This was when she was approached by another man. At 2:16 a.m., according to police footage, the other man picked her up and held her by both hands for nearly a minute as he talked to her on the sidewalk.
Who is this
She looked around for Nia. Not seeing her, she apparently agreed to go with this man. This was a tragic mistake.
No.
The man was Louis D. Coleman III. Louis was 32 years old and lived in Providence, Rhode Island.
That nigga lived in
Originally
Rhode
from
Island?
California, he held a master's degree in experimental physics from California State University, Long Beach. He had been interested in bioengineering and had worked in an electrical engineering lab working to develop a sleep aid app. He'd been a quiet and smart student, though he'd struggled financially and occasionally missed deadlines for his schoolwork.
So he's a weirdo.
In 2017, he had moved to the East Coast to start a job at Raytheon in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Lewis was living a comfortable life, earning around $70,000 a year.
Okay.
By all accounts, Lewis was an ordinary man with good prospects, and his past betrayed no hint of what was to come. In the early hours of Sunday, February 24th, 2019...
Oh, let me find out this nigga's a weirdo. Let me find out he one of the weird-ass dudes, bro.
Lewis, too, was at venue. He had arrived at 1 a.m. and met a young woman called Lorna.
Okay.
They immediately hit it off, and near closing time, they were heading toward the bathroom together when Lorna's brother intervened.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't like the look of Lewis. Lewis and Lorna continued to text, but Lorna and her brother left the club without him.
Okay.
We can only speculate on what Lewis was thinking as he left the club alone that night. Did he feel he'd been robbed of female company after being left behind by Lorna? Was he searching for someone else?
Searching for he saw him.
On Tremont Street, Lewis passed the Uber Jassy was talking to. He turned his head to watch as Jassy was rejected for a ride, and he made sure that at 2:16 a.m., when she was pushed out of the car, he was right beside her to pick her up. They talked. He convinced her, drunk and vulnerable, to come with him. A series of CCTV cameras captured him walking with her, then giving her a piggyback ride. Perhaps her bare feet were cold. Further down the street, she made the fateful decision to get into his car. Police were able to match the image of Lewis on CCTV to the image of his ID taken at venue. They now knew who he was. His Android phone kept a log of his location data, and when police accessed this, they matched his location in the early hours of Sunday to Tremont Street. He drove only to the other side of the street, where the car remained stationary for 12 minutes with the headlight off as CCTV showed.
What the hell?
Then he turned them back on and drove away.
Did he kill?
Surveillance showed that when he came across two police cars with their blue lights flashing, he immediately backed up the way he had come. Clearly, he had something to hide. At 4:15 a.m., he arrived back at his residence on Chestnut Street in Providence. It was only an hour's drive away from the club, so what had he been doing with his spare time? On Wednesday evening, the Boston police called the Providence Police Department to call at Lewis's apartment. They did so at around 1 a.m. in the morning of Thursday, February 28th, but they weren't able to enter the building. Little did the police know that Lewis was actually on the street watching them as they tried to contact him. After they left, he went to get his car from where he had parked it a few blocks ago, and within 15 minutes of their departure, he was captured on CCTV wheeling a suitcase towards his car.
Damn.
The next day, the Boston police went down to Providence. They entered Lewis's apartment, which was empty. The windows were open, though it had been snowing, and both a couch cushion cover and the shower curtain were missing. The truth soon became horribly clear.
Let me find out he put her
Whatever attempts Lewis would later take to cover his tracks, he had failed to account for the copious CCTV on the streets and indeed inside his own building. All police had to do was...
Man, y'all niggas be really committing crimes, bro, and knowing there's cameras everywhere, bro. Like, what the hell do y'all be... Like, do y'all not be thinking, bro? Like, there's cameras everywhere. You're not going to get away with crimes, bro. You're not going to get away with crimes. So why are y'all already committing crime, kidnapping people, killing people, then think y'all going to get away with it? The cameras is tracking your every move. Hell, your phone tracking everything you do. Like, what the heck? Like, what is wrong with y'all, bro? Like, damn, you niggas, motherfuckers be crazy.
Was to look at the security feed and the footage too horrible to be released. They watched him drive into the parking lot early on Sunday morning. And they watched him bring Jassy's body out of the car. He dragged her through the empty lobby and up to his apartment. Jassy was already dead.
The victim was naked and covered in what is believed to be baking soda, and the body matches the description of Miss Jassy.
What the baking soda?
Making him do that, and why?
This was incontrovertible evidence that had something to do with her death, and the evidence only got more damning.
You feel me?
Over the next few days, he was seen entering the building with various suspicious packages he had been spotted buying in Walmart, such as duct tape, electrical tape, surgical gloves, and an odor respirator.
Oh,
And
this
most
nigga's a
concerning,
weirdo.
the police found the CCTV footage taken only that morning, which depicted Lewis taking a large suitcase out of the building. He struggled to lift it into the trunk of the car.
No, let me
It was
find
clearly
clip.
heavy, and it was tragically clear what the suitcase contained.
No, he cut her body up. No. Oh, no, this man cut her body up, bro. No, that is crazy. I know he's one of the weirdos. And so when they said his whole background, you know, he was an engineering, where the hell he was doing technology. I know he was one of them quiet, the one of them probably didn't get no shorties. And he's one of the weird dudes, one of the weird smart dudes that, like I said, the shorties probably thought he was, get away from me, you a weirdo. Then he, you know, he didn't like rejection. So he spotted her and he got a victim. He killed her before they even got to the Providence, back to where he living. Then he experimented with baking soda. What the hell you doing with the baking soda? Like, oh, I'm sick, bro. I'm sick.
Police were able to turn on the car's OnStar location tracker. They intercepted Lewis, who was driving it in Delaware.
Damn, yeah, he was out of there, bro.
In the trunk, they found the suitcase.
Oh.
And inside the suitcase was Jassie's body.
Oh, he cut her up. Nah, take his ass to jail, bro. Nah, man. To get him out of here, bro. You feel me?
Police would discover the remains of Jassy Correa in a suitcase inside Coleman's trunk.
What the fuck?
The same suitcase prosecutors say he purchased the day before at a Rhode Island Walmart.
The car itself showed signs of the crime. There were 2 spider cracks near the top of the passenger side windshield, like someone had kicked it. Swabs from the windshield revealed DNA of both Lewis and Jassy. Police also recovered Lewis's computer from the trunk. He had made a number of internet searches between February 24th and 27th, such as, can a person fit in a suitcase?
What? I
How
told
to
you.
pull teeth that are not loose, and
I told you. I know he's a weirdo. Like, come on, man.
how to embalm a body. He had tried his best to cover up this insidious crime,
Man,
but he couldn't hide from what he'd done. The autopsy showed that he had assaulted and then strangled her. No one could explain what had motivated it.
Because he a fucking
Lewis's
weirdo.
cousin said,
you know, he grew up in a nice house. I have no idea what could have got him in this situation.
See, he a weird ass
really,
nigga.
like,
That's what
stood
it
out
is.
as something like, oh, you might want to like check in on him or keep your eye on him. Like he was a good, honest guy as far as I knew. I mean,
and them the ones you need to watch and check on. Ones that's quiet and don't be looking like they doing nothing. That's the motherfuckers you need to be checking and watching. Because they doing shit like this. He killed that innocent girl for no reason, man. Like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck?
Clearly he wasn't telling the truth to everybody. I don't even think he was arrested before. As soon as I saw that information, like, you know, like, you feel bad that it's happening to your family, but as for him, it's like, I don't really feel too bad.
I think that she went in willingly.
She did,
and then
because she was
he
drunk.
killed her because she rejected him.
Exactly.
this bright young woman, who despite a traumatic past, had held so much hope for her future, had been lured to her death in a senseless attack.
I can't believe it.
Girl, she was a mother, she was brave, she was strong. She did not deserve this. She went out to celebrate her birthday.
She didn't deserve it.
And never returned
Her
home.
friends-
Women should have a right to go to any nightclub and wear whatever they want to and not worried about being kidnapped and murdered at the end of their night.
In the Cape Verdean community and law enforcement, everybody came together to make sure she gets justice.
In 2022, Lewis faced justice.
On me,
He
give
was
his ass
convicted
death
of
penalty.
kidnapping resulting in
I don't give a
death
damn which
and
judge.
sentenced to life in prison.
Yeah.
He is now in custody in Delaware and should soon appear in federal court on this new federal charge. The charge in our case is kidnapping resulting in death. This charge carries a sentence of mandatory life and is also death penalty eligible.
He know exactly what he did, so he just get what he deserved.
Let's remind the men in our lives that violence against women isn't a woman's issue.
You feel me? It's
a
not.
problem that men take responsibility for in their lives, in their sons' lives, and in the social lives with friends and colleagues.
What are your thoughts on this horror?
Man, that's crazy, bro. Like, like, man, like he killed that and like that, bro. She was out. First of all, her friends ain't shit for the first place. Like y'all, the two that left, they ain't shit. Then the one that was drunk walked off and left her friend. Yeah, like don't. I ain't saying y'all ain't supposed to be. You know, y'all should feel some type of way. Like really, like come on, bro. Like that's why it always should be one friend in the group that don't get drunk and do nothing. If everybody, you don't get me wrong, everybody you go out and have a good time, you know. But it always should be that one friend in that group that don't do nothing. I mean, I'm assuming it's the ones that left. But y'all responsibility is to look out for the two that's already drunk. You know, make sure they get back to their spot. Then you got these weirdo. He got rejected by dude probably peeped like, oh no, sister, he ain't right. Told him, hey, we gone. Told his sister, we gone. He go outside. He's scoping for a victim, seeing her. She was vulnerable, like she said, drunk, vulnerable, couldn't get a ride. He took her. Then like women, please, y'all gotta be careful, bro. Like watch y'all surroundings, bro. Y'all can't be just out here lollygagging, bro. It's not safe for y'all. Yeah, like cause of weird motherfuckers like that, and it's a lot of them out there. Just like him, like I said, he was his family. He said, I ain't think nothing was wrong. He didn't really do too much. He's quiet and da. But those be the ones. Like, that's crazy. He killed that innocent girl, bro. She was pretty, too. Like, that's crazy. Like, killed her took his her life real young. Like, that's crazy, man. But, I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. We out.